long way ahead of Nigel Mansell, Nannini, Riccardo Patrese and Alboreto. And in the Constructors' Championship, McLaren are now 36 points ahead of the new second-place team, Benetton. And now, the 1989 Grand Prix competition to celebrate the 25th running of a Grand Prix at Silverstone. 3 parts. Question 1 today, Question 2 after the American Grand Prix next week, and the final part after the Canadian race in 3 weeks' time. Top prize is a trip for 2 to the Spanish Grand Prix at Jerez in October, along with a visit to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone in July with grandstand seats and full hospitality. As consolation prizes, Silverstone are offering 4 pairs of grandstand tickets for the Grand Prix and 10 copies of the BRDC 60th anniversary book and 20 copies of the 40 Years of Silverstone book. Question 1. Quite simply, who, where, when? Who, where, when? Part 2 next week, Part 3 and details of how to enter in 3 weeks' time. Now the next Grand Prix is next Sunday, the American World Championship event for the first time in the searing heat of Phoenix, Arizona. Grand Prix will be there, and we hope you'll be with us. The race is on!
With the Formula One season underway, Murray Walker introduces the Grand Prix 89 magazine. A wealth of background and analysis to keep you in touch as you view. Check out the teams, compare the circuits, and meet the Magnificent Seven. Pay a flying visit to the pits or fly away to the Portuguese Grand Prix in our great competition. The Grand Prix 89 magazine, new from BBC Sports here, available now at your newsagent.
Well, there's been lots of action today too at Wentworth in the penultimate round of the PGA Golf Championship. The story of the day comes from Harry Carpenter.
For the third day running, the sun shone brilliantly on the Volvo PGA Championship here at Wentworth, and a lot of the golf here today matched that brilliance. After yesterday's second round, we had joint overnight leaders. Nick Faldo, the US Masters champion, playing his first European tour of the year, and the 23-year-old Western Australian Craig Parry, both of them 8 under par. And then behind them came 5 men at 5 under, including the defending champion Ian Woosnam of Wales. Well, the first man out today at 8:15 this morning, very unusually for him, was Seve Ballesteros. Now, he was out first because he only just made the cut yesterday at 3 over. Here he is playing his 18th hole. He's come from 3 over to 3 under, 6 under for the day. Ooh, wonderful tee shot, long, and setting him up for a second shot to the 18th green. Seems to watch it a little anxiously, but there really wasn't any need to. Just look at this. And that putt will be for an eagle 3. Well, what a pity. It just dribbled away. It would have been a 64, and that would have equalled the course record. Instead, He had to settle for a 65, but what a round it was, with 7 birdies and 1 eagle, despite the fact that he started with a 1-over par 5. He finished the day 4 under. Well, now, a remarkable finish by this young man today, Jesper Parnevik of Sweden. Now, he's 24, and at La Manga in Spain in December, he won the European Tour qualifying score. He made an extraordinary finish today. He's just eagled the par 5 17th. Here he is playing his second to the final hole. He started the day 2 under. He's now 5 under. Come on round, off the bank. Yes, it does. And that sets him up very nicely. Surely not for a second successive eagle. Yes, indeed. Fancy finishing with 2 eagles. A 67 puts him at 7 under par. More good rounds today. A 65 by Gordon J. Brand, the winner earlier this month of the Belgian Open. He finished 5 under par. And a 66 by Jeff Hawkes of South Africa, who actually started the day by sinking a 4-iron, his second shot at the first, and then had another eagle at the 4th. Wound up with a 66, 5 under par. Let's go back to the big 3. Here we are, Faldo, Parry and Woosnam. Now, Parry, the Australian, had a purple patch around the turn. He had birdies at the 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. He did drop one at the 13th, which put him 11 under. He was playing with Faldo, who was 2 shots behind, and playing up ahead of them was the defending champion, Woosnam, at 8 under. Here's Parry now, his tee shot at the short 14th.
Yes, he looked fairly comfortable with it. The green's just a little dried out and the ball has gone through. He's got quite a long putt now. Probably a 5-iron for Faldo. And he's not looked at all happy during this championship. You can hear the applause. There he is, just at the top of the ridge. Ian Woosnam, 3rd shot at the 16th. And another good bunker shot from the little Welshman. 8 under he is. 14th green, Craig Parry and Nick Faldo, the final pairing out on the course, and Craig Parry dropped a stroke at the last hole, but he's 11 under still, 2 ahead than Nick Faldo. Fairly flattish putt across this top level of the green. As it just wanders on 4.5 feet or so and leaves one of those tricky ones back. Back to the 16th, Woosnam, this to save his par 4. And it bumped and hobbled, but it's in, and he stays at 8 under, just 3 off the lead. Back to the 14th green, the short hole. Faldo for a 2. Lovely putt. 3 for Faldo. He remains 9 under par. Craig Parry did not play a very good second shot at the last hole. He pushed it out wide of the green, took 3 to get down, and now he's got this one to save his par and to remain at 11 under. Yes, well done. At the 18th, Dennis Durnin is having a very good round. This is his second shot. Durnin is 6 under now, 3 for the day. He can bump and run along there. He's going to get very close to the green, not quite to it, I don't think. And there you'll see what he's left himself to do. Little chip and run shot.
15th hole, 466 yards. An interesting hole because it is a slight dogleg to the right at the finish, and so you must get over by that bunker you see at 231 yards now. Now you can see how far over to the right-hand side of the tee he's come. He's got the ball just about 12, 14 inches away from the marker. That gives him much more of an angle to fire to the left-hand side. He's obviously cleansed his mind of any negative thoughts he might have had from yesterday. And there it is. What a cracker, right down, my goodness. That's a beautiful long shot. Now this very powerful Australian golfer, only about 5'6" or 7" in height. He also teeing up away across to the right-hand side. That's a great shot, a touch to the right. He may have some branches. No, it seems to be coming. He may have some branches to fly across to get to the green.
A big crowd coming down the 17th hole. Ian Woosnam and Neil Hansen. There's Woosnam. 8 under, the defending champion. Coming down the hill, not a bad effort. Chance for a pitch and a putt. The 16th. Mark McNulty.